going on? I haven't really been too sure what to really record because I'm not sure what you guys want to see, but not a lot of people watch anyways, so I'm just going to post what I've been doing. So it's Monday. I had to get the exhaust size and a couple other things. I had J-pipe orders last week and a couple other things to finish up, so we were waiting for material on this. This is the pizza guy's car from next door. He's been waiting for me to do a muffler delete. I don't really do this stuff anymore, but you know, he's next door, in the shop next door, and he's been asking for like a year. So I'm trying to do something nice to help him out. This is a 07 Cayman S. So yeah, like I said, we're just doing a little muffler delete. He had me take the muffler out and put it over here. I thought he was gonna take it home, but as I suspect, it's still sitting here. So yeah, just deleting this muffler section for like a straight pipe piece. Ran into a couple issues with that because, you know, those tips aren't removable. They must have like welded those tips. They're welded tips to a stock muffler. So not really sure what's going on there. But anyways, I haven't started this car because it doesn't have a muffler on it, and I'm sure it's gonna be really fucking loud. So I figured that would be a great way to start Monday morning. So here's a 07 Cayman S. Cold start, no mufflers. That sounds very ignorant, and it smells. So anyways, we're just deleting the muffler on that. It's got some like 1.98 size, so I just got 2-inch exhaust piping, so it's 2-inch on either side. It's pretty much 4 90s, you know, 90 in, 90 in, 90 out, 90 out into I got some muffler tips. He was like, oh, just, you know, leave the pipe sticking out. I'm like, dude, it's not gonna look right. So I got him to order exhaust tips that go from 2-inch to 3.5 inch, because that's the same size tips that were on it before. So it'll kind of look similar, except it'll have carbon tips. I guess it's kind of cool because this already does have some carbon accents. So it'll probably go nice. So it already has like a carbon wing and a little carbon winglet. So I think the carbon tips will be a nice accent. Order to do tomorrow. We have some 3D scanning going on this week. I got these new Purge lines. I have wanted these for a very long time, but I'm very nervous to buy welding products now because I'm still relatively new to welding and stuff. I've only been doing this for 4 years. When I first started, which is the same story why I have this Everlast welder, it is really easy to be misinformed by people who you think are going to be giving you sound advice. But a lot of people are just bought and paid for. I mean, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. They're just, you know, I don't know. They're just these cronies that they get sucked up by these couple brands, they get some free stuff, and then next thing you know, they're the best company, everyone should buy from them, they have great customers, and I'm not gonna get into it. So anyways, I'm a little more skeptical about what I buy. I try not to buy into any gimmicky nonsense. Honestly, like really the only things that I have, I should say, other than these Goki's Garage Purge lines, which I'll show you guys in a second. It's Austin's Innovation. It's a pipe vise kit. I will link it over here if you're in. It's a game changer in terms of like saving time, welding, positioning. You know, you're not sitting there fiddling with the pipe and stuff like that. So it's really nice in that respect. It really cuts down some times. So other than that, I'm really excited to get this stuff. So the idea here is that these will fit into the silicone Purge plugs that I have now, and how they work is that instead of, so what I have now is like literal fuel line, and I put some tin foil on it to not melt the line, and I just stuff tin foil, or I tape it up. And honestly, it's not great. It does serve a purpose. It does work. A bunch of people use it that way. I've been doing it this way for as long as I've been doing it. But I figured, since things are getting busier now and I'm doing a lot more stainless work than I ever have, this is just a no-brainer, especially with, I'm trying to cut down on how many trips I take to go get welding gas. But anyways, essentially what I'm gonna do here is, oh wait, bada bing, bada boom, just like that. I didn't even have to drill it out. So yeah, these guys, these are, I can link these two. Sorry, I'm getting real close. These are from High Temperature Supply, or High Temp Masking Supplies, something like that. I think the second one was right. High Temp Masking Supply. I got these a couple years ago. I don't buy the TIG Aesthetics ones. No shade, but you know, again, that's one of those gimmicky things where it's like, this is the same exact thing, it just has a different brand on it, and you know, certain welders that are popular for whatever reason get, ad money or whatever, and they push it out, and it's the only thing you can use. You can buy these. If I don't really remember what I spent on them, but I know it's a fraction of the cost of what the really expensive ones are. And again, it's just silicone. You're gonna melt it, so I don't really see the reason to overspend on this stuff. I probably could have, I guess, figured out what the lines are and stuff like this, but again, for me, I'd rather just support. I just saw this dude had a daughter this year, so that's awesome. So I'd rather support someone like this, who is a good, talented welder and just trying to do stuff and make stuff to help other small guys like me make better stuff and save money, save you guys money, and it all comes full circle. So yeah, this is my new Purge line. No more bullshit fuel Conti hose. I have this nice long fuel line. I'll be able to use it with the welding positioner, and it'll always stay connected to my bottle here. I'm going to get it connected here in a second. I had known about Goki's products for a while. I'd probably say as long as I've been into welding, but when he came out with this, I was like, okay, this is definitely something I definitely need. So this is a O2 heat sink, but also like a purge piece of equipment here. So here's an example of an O2 bung, and you go and thread this on, and you put this onto your workpiece. So wherever you're going to be welding it into the pipe, okay, you would tack it on, and as you can see, this little conical filter, this is like the same kind of filter you'd get in like a 3-port map sensor, kind of the same thing. Through here, this acts as a heat sink to pull heat out of the O2 bung, so you don't get it stuck in there. It also helps keep a nice color and bead profile around the O2 sensor. So instead of having to back purge the entire piece all over again, which could be costly if you're doing a bunch of pieces at once, I can essentially just go over, hook this up. It is a quick disconnect fitting, so now I can't accidentally, it's never gonna pull out. If some of you who do weld that might watch this, like when you're turning stuff over and shit and the purge line falls out, you're not paying attention, you've been welding for 3 minutes, and then all of a sudden half of it's purged. Yeah, so we've all been there, it happens, it sucks, but this is like the one hype thing. I'm super excited about this. I don't ever have to worry about it. It'll work great. It spins like in the positioner, sort of deal. So I'm really excited about this. So yeah, again, I can just put this onto my piece, tack the O2 bung, and only be running the purge for this specific area, because you only need the argon right here, because when it's tacked into place, this is the area where the weld would be exposed, and the gas is going to flow here and keep this cool. Yeah, really excited about this piece, especially with the amount of J-pipes I've been doing. I do the O2 sensors last, so it is kind of a pain in the ass to have to go back and set up my purge all over again, and then so anyways, this is really gonna help. So I'm really excited. I'm gonna get this set up. I just want to touch on a couple of different things. Again, I'll let you know how the week goes as we progress. It is Monday, July 28th. So this is my last week of my first full month on my own as a small business owner, as a weldy boy. So I don't know how I feel, but I did have a good month. Everything worked out. Obviously, rent is paid for next month, so we don't have to worry about that. That's next month's problem. So, you know, as long as we keep this pace and I find some time to make some of the products that I have in the pipeline, I have kind of a pause on custom work. This wasn't supposed to happen. I was supposed to be doing Nick's single exit catback, which is also going to be a sellable product on the website here soon. Like I said, he's been asking for this thing for a year. He knew that there wasn't anything in the shop, and he just kind of like dropped it off. So, like I said, it's really like a day project, but I didn't have the right pipe, and it was not exactly what I thought we were going to be doing. So it is what it is. But anyways, we're going to get that thing done. I wish I could make a full sellable system for this because I'll be honest, the exhaust looks pretty easy on these, and they sell for crazy fucking money. So, you know, I'm gonna get to it. I gotta get this J-pipe made. It's gonna be a hot one today. It's gonna be hot tomorrow too, and then won't be so bad the rest of the week. But it's 80 degrees in the shop right now, so it's manageable. But in the next couple hours, it's probably gonna be like 90, 94 in the shop, and that shit sucks. So. All right, guys, I'm going to get to it. That's a quick update, and that's where we're going. I'm sorry, with the muffler delete in the back, it sounds so bad. I really wish I had something better to say. I hope that with the pipes being complete and pushing them all the way out in the back, that it sounds a little bit better. But with no muffler delete off the rear, there originally comes like two big saddlebags right where the hips are of the car. Those are already deleted, so there's a small pipe. I'll get under there and show you after this. There are two small 2-inch pipes that come off of the OEM catalytic converters, which connect to the headers. Again, if you don't know, this is a flat 6, but I will say it sounds like a fucking truck. It does not sound very good. So whatever, hopefully he likes it, but if he doesn't, it's easily swapped back. I wanted to make it so that the old muffler would just slide off and this one would slide back on, no issues. So that's what we're doing. I got it over on the bench over there. It's gonna get loud because, like I always say, that welder is loud as hell. So I have 2 of those. I'm gonna weld those up right now. As you saw in the last clip, I gave you a sound check. You might not be able to tell on the video, but I didn't have the pipes braced together before, and they kind of shaked a little bit, and I wasn't crazy about that, so I just went ahead and I added a small brace. Sorry, I just cut my head off. I went ahead and added a small brace. Hold on 1 second. Give me a second. I went and added that small brace there. So that helps keep it tight together and should help alleviate, like, over time, you know, high RPM, vibration, bumps, speeds, and whatnot. It shouldn't move. It's very tight in there. I was worried that it was going to sound really bad once you had the pipes finished and out with the tips and whatnot. It actually doesn't sound too bad. It is loud though. So, yep, but we're all done with it now, and that's it.